This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. The panties are popping, and it's non-stopping. Tony A. the Wizard.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is in full effect, and I gotta tell y'all a little something. Eazy-E is down with us. MC Ring, you know he's down with us. DJ Yella is down with us. Arabian Prince, you know he's down with us. Tony A. the Wizard is down with us. JJ Fag is down with us. Timmy T, you know he's down with us. DJ Pooh Boy is down with us. Toddy B and Spade, they're down with us. My boy Ice Cube, you know he's down with us. I like to mention, so pay attention to where I'm from, Compton, but the tapes are from the Roadium. My name is Dre, listen while I play. And by the way, I'm also down with NWA. Yo, Steve at the Roadium is down with us. Slanging funky tapes, it is a must. We're number one.
Tony A. Tony A. When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 62. And we are quickly approaching episode 70. Just 8 more, and eventually we'll be at 100. But anyway, check this out. Before we get to 100, let me go ahead and give a shout out to someone very, very special to me. Salvi Mommy, she blessed me with this Los Angeles shirt. So if you guys want to get one, it's dope. This one's long sleeve. She also has short sleeve. She also has women's. But Los Angeles, hit her up on Instagram, Salvi Mommy. Okay, remember that, Salvi Mommy. Salvi Mommy, much love, much respect. Thank you for blessing me as always. And then, for those that have been asking, my boy Night Owl actually sent me 10 more of these, and along with CD. I've already got rid of 4. So if you want an autographed Night Owl doll, okay, and actually plays music, okay, all you got to do is go to the GoFundMe and drop me $50, and you will get not only the incentives, your name on the Chicano rap documentary, but also the unlimited streaming for the DOCUMIXERY, the doll, Night Owl autograph doll, and Night Owl CD. I'll mail those out, but I only have 6 left. 6 left. So the first 6 people, if you're number 7, number 8, guess what? You'll still get all the incentives except no doll. So go ahead and place your order to GoFundMe. You can reach that on my bio on Instagram, my bio on Facebook, or my bio or on the description of this YouTube channel. So other than that, let me see. I think I'm forgetting something, but you know what? We'll get to that. Don't worry about it. So once again, without further ado, please allow me to introduce my good friend, my very special guest, Rich G, and the motherfucking place to be.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me, man.
How you like that intro? Was it pretty good?
Love it, man.
Okay,
love it.
cool,
Love it.
cool.
Gracias. Big gracias for that, man.
All good, my brother. I'm excited. People are excited. And I'll tell you why. For the last couple of months, people say, get Rich G, get Rich G, get Rich G.
Yeah.
But they have to understand that shit takes time, because you know what? I only have shows twice every week.
Yeah.
So, you know. And
all good, bro.
Yeah. So you're here, and that's all that matters.
Glad to be here, man.
How was the drive coming over here, man?
Kick back, man. My boy Gio, who's been emailing the crap out of you too, man. He came and scooped me up, man. I appreciate it, because he probably knew I was going to be,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no drinking, no driving, you know.
Exactly. Thank you, brother, for making this happen. So, and for Wicked. Also.
Yeah, Wicked spoke up, man. I love Wicked, man. Me and him we go way back, me and the vato. Me and the homie.
Yeah.
Me and the brother. Me and
Awesome.
the carnal.
Awesome. You know what? I wanted to ask you, you seen anything good lately on TV, man?
You know what? I'm one of them fools, man, who likes all that survival shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said one day, I ain't gonna do that shit though.
Right.
But I like all that stuff, man. Recently, man, I've been working, man. I've been writing, you know.
Okay.
Nothing new, really. You know, I just watched my same old stuff. I watched a show that I really liked on Netflix. Was Shameless.
Okay.
They're getting weird here lately. They're getting little, they don't know what to talk about no more. So
okay.
I'm kind of like, I backed off from that, you know. But
okay.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
I watch a lot of like survival type craps.
I'm kind of like a weird guy because I love like horror.
Oh, I like horror too. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then I also love a lot of fucking comedy.
Yeah.
And a lot of fucking sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like Like last night, I watched The Matrix. I love The Matrix.
Oh yeah, no, the Matrix. That's the shit right there.
Now, did you know that they just completed? I know they finished filming. I don't know if they've done editing. Part 4. Part 4.
Hey, I would go see that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
The Matrix Part 4, and then they did another John Wick Part 4.
You know, I never saw the original one.
Okay.
I'm not a. Is that Denzel?
John Wick is También este güey Keanu Reeves. The
Oh
same.
no, okay. I like Keanu. I like him, man. He's got a good story too,
Yes.
man. If you read
Yes.
his story, he's got a really good story.
Yes.
Yeah.
But John Wick, if you've never seen it, I recommend it because in that movie, the way they kill motherfuckers is
Yeah.
fucking insane, dude.
Now that I know it's him, I will see it.
Yes, and
And now that you endorsed it, I'm gonna see
te
it.
va a gustar, bro. Honestly, just grab some chicharrones, some tequila.
I'm down.
and you're
Shit.
good.
Yeah.
So, other than that, man, what is it that you probably miss the most that you can't do now, because of this pandemic, pretty much?
Performing, man. Performing with my band, being with my Midnight Cruiser family. Big shout out to my Midnight Cruiser family. And even, you know, when I go out as Rich G, you know, my Brownside family, man, I just miss seeing all those people, man.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
Being with the homies and homegirls, man.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole atmosphere of just being out playing in front of people and shit like that.
It's unexplainable, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I feel blessed that I've been doing it this long and that I still can do it.
Yeah. Are you a big sports guy?
I've been an athlete
Okay.
for a good half of my life. I like boxing, you know what I mean? I love football, you know. You see I got my Ram shades, what? So shout out, you know.
Dope.
I love football and boxing, sumo wrestling.
Sumo wrestling.
Man, if you ever go on them Japanese channels, dog, and watch that sumo wrestling, that's just dope, man.
No shit.
Big 600-pound fools just throwing down, dog.
Damn, we got to get some Mexican marranos together.
Hey,
You know what
we
I'm
got
saying?
plenty of Mexicans that big, dog. what?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck. I didn't. Wow. I'm gonna have to check that out then.
It's a trip, but it's you know, it's not that they're just big fucking fat fools. These guys train, man, since they're kids.
Okay.
They train for that shit. And in Japan, they treat them like the football players out here and basketball players.
No shit.
They're revered like that. Yeah.
Damn. All the sushi they want. So, favorite. Obviously, you stole the Rams. Favorite baseball team.
Dodgers, bro.
Dodgers, baby.
Dodger blue, dog.
Favorite. ¿Cómo se llama? Basketball.
Lakers, yeah.
Lakers, baby.
You
Rest
know
in
what?
peace, Kobe.
Man, at the Highly, right? And Gio works with me. I was when I first started there, I was a service attendant,
Okay.
and I used to clean the buses, and at MTA, and I found this package full of Lakers pictures of the Lakers' first championship with Kobe and them, with Kobe and
shit.
Shaq, and I said, somebody left it there, bro.
Wow.
Shots of dunks and everything.
Wow.
And I had that, man. It got stolen, man.
No shit.
Well, you know, it kind of got stolen. You know, it's if you catch my drift, dog.
That'll work.
But I had that at one time, bro, and it was like, man, it was gold, man. Can you imagine what that would be
know.
worth nowadays?
Hey, you know what? Some of the best fucking games the Lakers had was when they were playing. Remember when they were playing Sacramento Queens? Remember? And Vlade Divac, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
They were throwing down, bro.
Those are some of the best fucking games ever, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't even take a shit because you had to like, you know,
They didn't have DVR back then.
Exactly, dude. All good, man. So
Yeah.
now, where were you originally raised at?
Man, we were like nomads, but I was born in East LA, bro. Around Boyle Heights, well, you know, County General, Boyle Heights area. We moved all around LA, as a kid, before I was like 7 years old, I think we moved to Lincoln Heights, we moved to El Sereno, we were in City Terrace, we were all over, bro. You know, my parents, they couldn't stay still, bro.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Norwalk,
Okay.
and I spent most of my time in Norwalk, man. Norwalk, California. Shout out to my Norwalkians, and you know, I love that town, and I consider that my hometown. Even though I've lived in a lot of places. I went to like 14 different schools in my life.
You know what? I was gonna ask you, what schools did you go to? But fuck,
And
14.
every time you gotta prove yourself, man. Every time. And even I lived in the Bay Area for a while. I lived in Oakland. I lived in San Ho for a while, for about 4 years out of my life. And that was a great influence on me too. And you know, and everybody knew I was an LA boy, and it was cool back then. Now it's a different story.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, all over the place, but mostly Norwalk's my hometown,
Okay.
man. I went to Excelsior High School,
Okay.
and then when they closed down after the white and Mexican riot, I went to John Glenn.
All right.
You know, played football, played track, wrestled, all that.
No shit.
Hung out with the homies after all that, and smoked cools, you know.
Okay. Now, football. What position did you play?
I started out as a fullback,
Okay.
and you know, I was benching 300 pounds in high school, man. I wasn't that tall, but I was very strong. And but you know, it seemed like the main vato, the coach, had his own guy. So the defensive coach, he's a Chicano.
Yeah.
He came up to me and he goes, "Hey, homie," he goes, "they're not gonna. You should be first string."
Yeah.
But they're not going to put you in because he's got his boys there.
Of course.
And he goes, "But I'll put you in, man." He goes, "I'll put you in as nose guard." And all them fools were way bigger than me, but I was as strong as all of them.
Yeah.
So I went in as nose guard on defense, and I'd play fullback once in a while. And I went in as nose guard, and I cracked ribs, man. You know.
No shit.
Don't get me wrong, I got my bell rung a few times by those big motherfuckers, but I cracked ribs, dog. You know, I was a strong little fucker.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Had a good time.
Awesome. Basketball, baseball, none of that growing up?
Wrestled a little bit. I didn't like it because
Really?
fools would not take a bath for a week and then put their pits on your face just to fuck with you. And I said, and they looked at me like, you know, with my belt and everything, like, "Oh, you'd be the perfect wrestler." I said, "Nah, dog." And this guy who was a state champion was training me. I was like, "I can't do it, man."
Yeah.
But soccer. You know, I play with my Mexicano homeboys. We were getting down, bro, until I discovered football, you know.
Dope.
But yeah. Couldn't play baseball. I couldn't catch a pop. I could hit that thing out of the park. Couldn't catch a pop fly to save my life, bro. So there went that.
Okay. Now, I know a little bit about your history as far as your musical. You have musical background. Growing up, did you play any instruments? And if so, can you share a little bit about your family?
Yeah, you know, my dad started playing guitar, taught himself to play guitar. He always collected music when he was in the Army, and he went all over the world when he was in the Army.
Wow.
And he found out about different music, especially like the blues and jazz and stuff like that, and Chicano music too, you know. And he was very proud. He had the Chicano pride, you know, him and my mother, you know. And he developed this big giant. He had a big collection. I mean, hundreds of records. You know what I mean? And we lived in El Sereno. He would, you know, I kind of caught on to all that, you know, and he saw that. He bought me my first guitar, my father Richard, when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
And because I used to watch him, you know, and I liked what I was seeing, so he bought me my first guitar. I hadn't learned how to play till I was like 7 years old, but he would tell me, you could listen to all my records, mijo, but you know what? You scratch one of them, I'm gonna whip your ass.
Yeah.
So we had this little nook out there. It was a neighborhood called Rose Hill. We lived up on top.
Okay.
And I, in the little nook there, a little phonograph, you know, our little record player, and I would listen to all that stuff from African music to blues to jazz to Chicano style music to rock and roll, Beatles, everything, and I all day long, summer days, listening to music, man. That's all I wanted to do.
Wow. What do you think it was that gravitated you towards the music? Was it just because you saw his huge record collection? Was it because he played music, or you just loved music?
Because he played music and it just resonated with me, man. It just resonated with me. And then he would call his homies down from the neighborhood and from all over LA, and they would have jam sessions at they would get all tore up, of course,
Right.
and you know, drinking, you know, tequila, whiskey, and smoking out and stuff. But they would allow me to stay there and listen to the jam outs, and they would be playing, you know, Jimmy Reed, man. They'd be playing, you know, Lightning Slim. They'd be playing, you know, Angel Baby, all that stuff. They would play all the good stuff, and I would be there, and they'd give me a bucket or something to pound on, you know, or I had my little guitar, and I would pretend like I was jamming with them, you know. And I that was my life, and we enjoyed music, man. And he allowed me to do that, and my mom and him backed me up on it, and they ended up sending me to guitar school because I tried a few instruments before and it didn't work out. But when I hit that guitar, I really liked it. I didn't think about singing back then, but I really enjoyed it. So they sent me to school. They didn't have money.
Okay.
But they would, and I remember the lessons they would send me to were $5 a piece, and they would scrape to get it, and they sent me. So a little beginning there.
Would you say you learned guitar by reading notes or by ear?
My father showed me my first 2 chords, which was E minor and A minor, and I already wrote a little song when I first learned them. And so they knew, from there, it was mostly by ear, knowing the chords. This is E, this is A, this is C, this is D. And then I learned from there, and I got pretty good by the time I was 13. I was already playing Stairway to Heaven,
No shit.
And then my shit got ripped off in the hood,
Damn.
And we didn't have the money for another guitar. And then I started running the streets after that.
Okay. So you had your Laker pictures ripped off, and then you had your guitar ripped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful guitar. It was a classic guitar my dad had given me. And I was living in the one-ways at the time with my grandfather, and I was working, I think I was about 15, and I was working at the Norwalk Library as a janitor. So I would leave, and they scoped me out, and they broke my back window. They didn't take my stereo system, nothing else. They took that guitar, man, and they got me good, homie.
Damn. How did that shit make you feel, man? Were you like?
I was hurt, man. I was hurt. I wanted to get somebody, but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah. No, I know how it is because I remember one time for Christmas I got a fucking bike and I disobeyed my parents and I drove to the fucking arcade. I went in there to play Asteroids. And I come out, my bike was gone.
That's the ultimate hurt right there,
yes,
man.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I've experienced that too, man.
So yeah,
it hurts to get ripped off.
It truly does. It truly does.
But on the other hand, when I was doing dirt, I guess what goes around comes around sometimes, bro.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
Any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, man. I got 5 other brothers and sisters, man. We had a big family, man.
No shit.
Yeah, we had a big family.
Wow.
It was Poe, man. We had a big family, though, dog.
No TV, huh?
No, we had a TV.
That's a joke.
Oh.
The reason why I'm saying that's because, like,
Mom and Dad maybe not have been using that thing.
Exactly, because my mom and dad had 10 kids.
Yeah.
And used to always tell them, no tienen televisión, okay? And I was like, I guess not, what I'm saying? So, but you know what's funny? Because I wanted 6 kids, but
yeah, I wanted 10 kids.
No shit.
Can you believe that? But once I had them first 3, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. What the hell am I talking about?
Right. Well, the best thing about kids is making them.
Yeah.
So, so that's a good thing. So now,
is that macho Mexican in me,
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So now, at what point did you start working out? Because I know that you were Mr. California.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Man, the same guy that introduced funk music to me was my cousin Joey. And my cousin Joey, he liked to pump weights too. He was living in, he was from LA, but he was living in Oakland at the time. Okay. That's when he told me, hey, you heard of Parliament Funkadelic? Like funk, like funky smelling? No. And I was sprung after that. But we had a little weight set. We lived in San Jose. I was like 11 years old, man. He goes, hey, man, let's go pump some weights. We had a little basement there. And we were pumping, man. We started pumping. I started getting little rocks, I'm like, what? I said, this is kind of easy, And then when we moved back down to Norwalk again, I started hitting it hard. And then the homies were like, damn, homie, I don't know if we're going to call you Popeye or Herc. I don't know which one, man.
Right.
Just Rick, dog. Just Ricky. And then I started pumping up, you know what I mean? And every time I would visit my father, he was living in Alameda. There was a college down there, Alameda City College, and I would go down there. I think I was about 15, 16.
Okay.
And I would go visit him. I would go jog on the beach because I was into athletics, And I would go down there, and there was this fool there that played for the football team.
Okay.
Black brother, and he had arms like balloons, man. And I said, dog, how do I get those? Because let me show you something, man. And what he told me was this. He goes, what I do is I do 10 sets of 10 of everything. So I started doing that, man. before I knew it, man, I was benching 300 pounds, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was easy for me, and I had the body for it. You know what I mean? It just seemed like it just came easy to me. So I started pumping weights, and that helped me in football. It helped me even in soccer. It helped me. It helped me with the athletics that I did, and it also helped me knocking fools out when they would come at me. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Now let me ask you a weightlifting question because
Yeah.
I've been working out now for about 4 years.
Okay.
Okay, there's flat bench, incline, decline.
Yeah.
What were you say were you stronger at? Were you ever strong at incline?
I was okay at incline because you're always generally weaker at incline. you
Yes.
know. Bench was my thing though. Bench.
Okay.
I mean, at one time, at my best, and only on beans and rice. I never took steroids. I was benching 425
Fuck.
when I was like 23 through my 20s, even up to my late 30s. I was benching like 400 pounds, 405.
Wow.
And but that shit wears you out after a while. It wears
Yeah.
your shoulders out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and bench. And at one time, I was benching 425. I was squatting 500 and deadlifting 500 when I was bodybuilding.
Wow.
I had a buddy talk me into it, and I hired this guy. His name was Fernando Villacaña, and he was a Chicano. But this dude, he was badass, and he was a champ. And I said, hey, he charged me $200 to train me for the Mr. California. It was my first show, Mr. Natural NPC Mr. Natural California.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize I would do that good, but I ended up taking the whole novice division, and I won the crown.
No shit.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was surprised myself, because there was some fools on there that like, oh damn, man. And I was humbled by that because I really enjoyed it, and I started doing that until I started getting higher and higher. I qualified for the Mr. Natural Universe. So I was going to go do that. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a couple of shows before I do that. So when I did that, I did Western United States, NPC Western United States Naturals. And I went out there, man. A lot of the dudes that were at the California that I beat were there. And a lot of fools that I knew from the juice shows
Yeah.
were there. And we had to, you random drug tested and you lie detector tested. You know what I mean?
No shit.
Yeah. And it was... So I went through all the tests. I passed all the tests because, like I said, I just was beans and rice, bro. But then I saw a couple of my homies there, right? A couple of my homies, I was like, what you doing here, man? So, we got invited. And I knew these guys were juicers. They were on the juice, which
Yeah.
I got nothing against fools on the juice. But don't come to a natural show and try to beat up on the natural guys. Man.
Exactly.
Go, you do your thing over there,
Yeah.
And I see. So how did you have to do any of the tests or anything like that? You didn't do any of that? He goes, nah, the promoters invited us. I was like, orale. And I placed third. I think I should have placed at least second, because that fool that I was talking to that I knew,
Yeah.
he was bad. He kicked my ass.
Yeah.
But and after that I was like, oh man, it's not legit. It's not legit. And so I just kept pumping weights after that, but I didn't bodybuild anymore after that, because I knew the higher you went, the more bullshit that came along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a lot of work, man. It was a lot of work, man.
From the time that you started bodybuilding to the time you ended, about how long was that?
Oh shoot, man. I mean, I started when I was around, really bodybuilding, like hardcore, I was around 22.
Okay.
And I stopped competing when I was about 25.
Okay.
I was like, nah, it's bullshit, it's not, if it was fair, I would be like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, I had a good time with it, but I kept pumping. I pumped through, and I think it saved me this long, man. I mean, I haven't lifted in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've had problems, but just lagging, dude, just lagging, dog.
Yeah.
I need to get back on it again. I have been to the gym. I got a gym membership, and for many years, I had a gym at my house.
Yeah.
But a house that I had to sell, you know what I mean, and all that's gone and done. But I still like to do it, bro. And I'm not far off, I'm not far off. Other than now, I'm Mr. Quarantine, Mr. Quarantine, because I'm fucking putting weight on, just fucking hanging out at the pad after the Highland, dog.
And you're still on beans and rice.
Beans and rice, baby.
Beans and rice, and manteca.
That's right. Yeah, manteca. You gotta love it, but I tell you, it's no good for you.
You know what? When I work out with my son, he's my spotter. I can hit a plate and a quarter incline. That's the most.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
can't
most.
do that no more.
Okay.
Because like I said, all that, let me tell you youngsters this. When you're out there and you're pumping all that weight and it feels good, it does. And you know what? You can knock fools across the room and it's beautiful. You get shot though. Watch out.
Watch out.
It wears your joints out. By the time you get a little older, you really got to watch it, man. You got to take care of yourself, because I ended up wearing some joints out there where I can't pump like I used to. You know what I mean? I got to be careful. You know what I mean? I can't. And there's no way I could throw up 400 pounds anyway. And don't do it. That's just machismo at this age. You know, just hey, hit the light stuff, and that's good enough, man.
Good enough.
Couple of plates, like you said, plate and a quarter.
Yeah.
You're good, man. You know, even if you can get 225 and just fuck around with that. Beautiful. That's all you need to do.
That's right. That's right. The most I ever hit on a flat bench was, I was thankful. That was my goal. And I'm like, okay, I'm cool. Was at least 2 plates on each side on the flat
That's
bench.
good, man. That's all you need to do, bro. That's all you need,
so
man.
I was like, cool with
and
that.
that, you know, that's power, dog.
Yeah.
Not very many people can do that, you know.
You know, one thing about working out is that the majority of the people that are out on the streets, a lot of those guys don't work out.
Yeah.
You know, so you pretty much have the, how would you say, ¿cómo se dice?
Physical advantage.
Yeah, the physical advantage, man. And I encourage people. I told my boy John motherfucking
It's a
Elkins,
good thing, man.
my boy DG, start eating good, beans and rice,
Yeah.
and hit the gym, homie.
Yeah, fish, chicken, you know what I mean? I eat the good stuff, you know. I always, you know, back in the days, I was like, yeah, eat a good meat and potatoes meal, let it digest, and go drive your ass off.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And I even became a trainer for a while. I was training people, you know what I mean? And I learned the craft, you know what I mean? And I was good at it, man. And then, you know, like I said, life goes on. Things change, you know.
Awesome. So now, we got a couple of minutes before we go to break, but I wanted to ask you, around what age would you say that you began or discovered that you could sing?
I was about 15, I think, 15 or 16, man. We used to, back in the day, you know, in Norwalk, me and the homies, man, you know, other than all the pendejadas we were doing, and when it was a quiet night and nobody was coming by starting shit, we would just hold down the block, you know, in the one-ways and just bullshit talk, smoke yeska, drink. And we wanted to start a band, you know. We wanted to start a band. That's what, when I met Toker, I tripped out, man, because he was Brown side. I want to start a band called the Brown Sound. We call it the Brown Sound, and we almost had it together. We had this fool. He came from Pedro, right? And he says, "Oh man, I know how to put a band together." And he was all talk. No, he didn't. I knew how to play guitar, and I thought I could sing, but all my family would tell me, "Hey, shut up, man! Shut up! You're too loud, eh?"
Right.
I was singing fucking Philip-Billy, "What reasons?" and all that shit. They shut the hell up. So I thought I was good, but I mean, I figured I ain't that good, you know.
Right.
And so we would do what, man? We would sing, you know, midnight. We'd be singing oldies, you know what I mean? And hey, man, let's get this band together. And they go, "Let me hear you singing." So I'll be singing like, I kicked out "Sad Girl" at them, right?
No shit.
And they were like, "Dog, you could sing, homie." I go,
Right.
"For real? You think so?" "Yeah, you're the lead singer, straight up." Then that happened to me another time too, in church, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah." So I was the lead singer, and I learned then. And the homies, they kind of encouraged me, man. They were like, "Yeah, dog, you should keep singing, man." You're
So pretty much
good."
this just started like on the streets, pretty much just.
Pretty much, we just do whopping under the street, like the homie, the song goes, "Under the Street Lights," you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to remember the homie's name. I've met him before too.
I remember one of the first times, and I know I heard it
Joe
before.
Batan. Yeah.
Okay. One of the times I heard a little bit of singing. Remember Rocky one? Do, take it back. If you're a big Rocky fan.
Oh, I love Rocky, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How do you think I started lifting weights, dog? That was one of my inspirations, man.
You know, now let me ask you this. You ever been to the Philly steps where he ran?
No.
Oh, man.
I would love to go.
Dude, every time I've gone over there, it's tradition. I was sharing this with someone earlier today that I said, every time I fly into Philly, I have to go to the Rocky Steps.
Yeah.
I run up there, me levanto las manos.
What?
I walk back down, and then a couple of blocks down the street, there's a restaurant where I eat breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But the Rocky Steps, you know, because that goes back to the 70s.
Yeah.
When we were just kids, and we grew up with that shit.
That's badass, man.
Yeah, bro, I
They
love
got
it.
the statue up there?
They moved it to the side now, but it's still there.
Still, though.
It's still there.
Oh, man.
It's still
Like,
there.
you got any shots of you on there, man?
Yeah, I got.
Let me check that out,
Yeah,
man.
I will.
That's
man.
bad, dude.
So,
But he inspired us, you know, as youngsters, him and Arnold.
yes,
But mostly, I mean, Rocky, man, and Eye of the Tiger, dog.
of course.
I still bump that.
Of course. You know
Yeah.
what's funny? I saw a little documentary that it was either going to be Eye of the Tiger or another one, Bites the Dust by Queen.
Oh yeah, that's a good one
You
too.
know, but I'm glad he stuck with Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, I still use that song just to pump myself up, even for music. You know what I mean? I'll blast that, saying we got to get this shit rolling, dog. You know?
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a good positive song.
Awesome, man. So, did you ever take speech classes or anything like as far as singing is concerned? Like singing classes?
I took a breathing class. I hired a lady. Her name was Sherry Cepeda. She was a beautiful singer, and she was a teacher. And she taught me how to breathe. She goes, I can't really show you anything, Rich. You already sing really good. That's what she told me.
Right.
And this, at the time, I was singing at church, you know, and singing gospel music. And she goes, but I'm going to show you how to breathe. And she showed me how to breathe, bro.
And the reason why I point that out is because I think that's very, very important. A lot of people think that you just sing, but there's a skill, there's a talent, there's a way to do it.
You got to have, especially your breathing, because if you're out there, especially like when I sing with my band and we're out there in Laughlin and it's 90 degrees outside and we're singing, you got to have your breaths down. Otherwise, you're going to be, you're going to suck, man. So you got to know how to bring it in and how to let it out properly. And then when you hit them high, hard notes, you got to have the breath behind it or you're going to just suck, man. So
Awesome. Yeah. And you got to, one thing that a lot of people may not know, you got to learn how to breathe also when you work out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people don't know this, but when you're pumping the weight up, you're breathing in. When you're bringing it down, you're supposed to breathe out. But me personally, just get your breathing in because that's what's gonna supply your muscles with the energy that they need.
Yeah. All right, cool, brother. Listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna come right back, and we're gonna talk about your meeting with Toker.
All right.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Okay, everybody. Once again, Roadium Radio episode 62 with Rich G in the motherfucking place to be. Make sure you guys go get a Modelo, take a crab, go get something to eat, come back. Okay. Call somebody, text somebody, pay somebody. Shot. Let them know that Rich G's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back soon.
Yes.
What it do, it's Mr. Little One chilling on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A and John motherfucking Elkins, boy.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mr. Shadow. You're watching Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. You know what time it is.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with the legendary Tony A the motherfucking Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? Nosotros somos Aqua y estamos aquí con Tony A the Wizard. You know Roadium Radio, damn it. You know what it is.
Yo, what up? This is Mellow Man Ace the Padrino, and you tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Arabian Prince from the world's most dangerous group, NWA. I'm sitting here with my boy Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Magic Girl, and you are now listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's up? This is Bozo, aka Emiliano. You tune into Roadium Radio on Tony Vision's YouTube channel. Let's get it.
What up? It's Mr. Soto. You guys are now in tune to Roadium Radio right here on Tony Vision on YouTube. Yep.
Check it out. This is MC Poncho on the MIC. Shout out to Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. You already know.
What up? This is DJ Trick, Spanish Fly, and you're watching Tony A on the Roadium Radio Show.
Big G, Roadium Radio, Tony A in full effect. Stay tuned, watch, listen. That's how we doing it over here.
Yo, what up? I'm out here. This Big Daddy Swoles. I'm jamming with my man, Tony A the Wizard, out here on Roadium Radio. The podcast is Out the Hood. Check us out.
This is DJ Clientele, and you are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yeah, this Baby Bounce here with Tony A the Wizard. You are now tuned in to the Roadium Radio. We do it for the people. You hear me?
Mic check. Ernie G from Proper Dos, and I'm listening to Tony A the motherfucking Wizard on Roadium Radio. And if you don't know, you should know.
What's up, everybody? This is Soren Baker. I'm the author of the book, The History of Gangster Rap, in stores now worldwide. And you're listening to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. Make sure to check it out. We talk about the Roadium Mixtapes. We're here. Soren Baker, Roadium Radio.
Y'all, this is Rudy Gregg, and I'm chilling with Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Hey, this is Swifty Blue. I'm right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Stay tuned.
It's the KAS here live on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A, the Wizard.
What up, y'all? This is Kiki Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, rich and ruthless, and you're listening to the Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Grand Wizard, El Mago himself. Hey, Compton's in the house.
What's up? It's Cuete Yes God with my harbor out of homeboy Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Yes God.
Hey, what's up, gente? It's your homeboy Duende. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A, the Wizard. Ya te la sabes, wey.
What up, what up? It's your boy Baldachi the Beast, Afro Music, face of LA, right here at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. Your boy Tony A, the Wizard.
This is Kelvin Anderson, owner of the world famous VIP Records, and you listen to my man Tony A, the Wizard, on Roadium Radio.
Yeah, what up? It's Lil Black, you the brown super baller, and you checking out Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Big Wicked, Real Ones Apparel, Orange County. I here with my boy Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Yo, I'ma chill to peep it. Peace.
Que tranza raza, aquí su servidor, Sinful and Pecador, and you listening to Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the Wizard.
Check, what's up? It's your boy Capital I Man from the Mexican Crew, and you're tuning into Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the Wizard. This motherfucker's a legend. Bow!
What's up, y'all? This is Chris the Glove, and you're watching the Roadium Radio Show on Tony Vision on YouTube.
What's up? This is Mr. D on Roadium Radio, kicking back with the homeboy Tony A.
Yo, this is Fancy the Boss. Tune in on YouTube at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
What's up? This is Leah Farsayer, aka the Dragon, the Serpent, the Spear. I'm on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony the Wizard.
Hey man, Nick V and Eric V, the Baker Boys in the house, hanging out with Roadium Radio and the one and only Tony the Wizard.
Tony the Wizard, aka Kylo Ren, right here on YouTube, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Tony Vision, subscribe
Tony
now.
Vision, yeah.
Boys, big baby.
What's good with it? This is Old Creep, aka Jay Stompanato. I'm putting it down for Orange County on the Roadium Radio Show by West Coast legend DJ Tony A. We up and out this bitch.
What's up with it, dog? It's West Coast Gilly on Roadium Radio with the legend Tony A, the Wizard on Tony Vision. You know what it is, West Coast to the fullest. Believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Orier listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. You tuned into Roadium Radio with West Coast legend Tony A, the Wizard.
What up? It's your boy Lottie the G, straight out of Santa Ana, CA, and we're right here live in the mix with the West Coast legend Tony A, the Wizard, on Roadium Radio, Tony Vision on YouTube.
Yo, what's up, world? This is Cool 187, above the law in the building, and you tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A, the Wizard.
What's up? This is Darren Vegas. You're on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Real West Coast hip hop history right here.
Yo, what up? Sleepy Malo in the house, here at the Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the Wizard, giving us our voice back. One of the realest motherfuckers I know.
What's up, homie? Show me Frankie Quinones, a.k.a. Creeper from Cholo P. And you're listening to Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. That's what's up right there.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Scooter the Savage. I'm right here with Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Everybody stay tuned, man. It's a motherfucking hit.
Yo, shout out to Roadium Radio, Tony A, the Wizard, your boy Pablo Nunez right here in the studio. Be about it, people.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Ahí viene este miro. Kimo the Blaxican and Negrito de Los Angelitos, and you're checking out that Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, Raza, this is Wicked from the Brown Side here on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. You know.
What up? It's your homeboy Infinite TGM, chilling with Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you guys go check that out.
What up, everybody? This is Wicked Baby Doll, and I'm chilling with Tony A at Roadium Radio. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow him on Instagram.
What's good? It's your boy Spanky Loco, and you tuning in to Roadium Radio with that motherfucking legend, Mr. Tony A. You know what time it is, West.
Hey, what up? This Rebello the Dawn.
And this Dominator.
And we came straight from the 805 ready to slap that motherfucking meat on your grill, bitch.
Roadium Radio, Central Coast Click.
What up?
What up with it? This your boy OG Magoo, Los Angeles airbrush artist, big chillin' on site with the homie Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio. All gas, no brakes. Let's get it.
Man, you're now listening to LA Icon, man, right here live with Tony A, the motherfucking wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, what's up? This is Esa Dazzle Spanish Fly with that reintroduction right here on Roadium Radio with my boy, the wizard, Tony A.
Yeah, what up? It's Spanish Fly MC, Big MOC, Mr. Most MC, on the Roadium Radio Show, baby, with Tony A, the Grand Wizard. Let's go.
Johnny D from Spanish Fly on Roadium Radio. Your one and only Theo with the giant Cheeto.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trish Toledo, and I'm over here with Tony A, John motherfucking ELKINS, and DG Media at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Blanca. Bobby D presents Uncle Snoop's Army. Chilling right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on YouTube.
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips. Here with your boy, Tony A the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show.
Check, 1 2 1 2. This is Roger Live, and you are in tune to the sounds of Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio, West Coast.
Yo, what's up? This is John motherfucking Elkins, and you're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy, DJ Tony A the Wizard.
What up, West Coast and all hip-hop fans? This is your girl, Violet Brown, and I'm here with Tony A the Wizard. And if you're rolling with us right now, that means that you love West Coast hip-hop. And if you want to know the real deal from the real players, the real people behind the scenes, you better pick up Tony's new film, Roadium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY. You get it by going to DOCUMIXERY.com. You better get this. And I want to do a special shout out and a rest in peace to my man Steve Yano. I'm out.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 62. And once again, the first 6 people to hit me on the GoFundMe will get a Night Owl autographed doll along with a CD. And after you receive it, you can do whatever you want with it. It could be your book buddy. You can sleep with it. You can shower with it. You can talk to it or even sing to it. Whatever you want, it's your doll. So, once again, Rich G in the motherfucking place.
Yes.
How you doing, brother?
Tony A, what's happening, big dog?
Man, first of all, I'm having such a great ass time that I can't wait to drink next break. So, other than that, you were going to share with us, may you rest in peace, the story of Toker when you first met him.
Yeah, I was at the G spot in El Monte. Yeah, I'd already been working with Tony G and a lot of his artists, you know what I mean? And I've been doing things, but he tells me, I had met Eazy already, and Eazy was good with me, man, And he says, hey, Eazy's got these artists, man. They're like a Mexican NWA. They want you to do a jam with them. They heard about you, and they want you to do some stuff with them. The guy's name's Toker, and he's got a homie named Danger. And so they came in. When I first saw Toker, like I said, I was a gangster at one time, you know what I mean? But I had mellowed out by that point, you know what I mean? But I knew the lingo. That's why they had led up to have me doing all these hooks, because I knew what to say. I mean, I lived it,
Yeah.
And I saw Toker and I said, whoa, that's a real one. I spotted it right there, and Danger came behind him. Real motherfuckers. These guys ain't rappers. These guys are real gangsters. Because I worked with other gangster rappers. These guys are real. And it just kind of was thrown back. And he came in and he was a straight boss. He was like, hey, homie, Toker, man. And Danger's like, big Danger, And he just looked like he didn't like me. Big Danger. I don't want to fuck with any of them fools, But still, I mean, we weren't tripping like that, And Tony introduced us, and Toker comes up, he pulls me to the side. Right there in front of everybody. Me, him, Tony, Danger was in there, and he goes, "Hey, homie," he goes, "I just lost my brother. They murdered him." He goes, I'm pretty hurt. I want to do this song in his tribute called Rest in Peace. And Tony had made a track, or I think Toker wanted it. And maybe that was the one that they strong-armed to get. I don't know. Right. Love Between a Boy and Girl. But so I heard the track. I go, that shit's dope. And I go, what do you need from me, bro? He goes, I want you to just know what I'm telling you, man, and do what you do, bro. You know. And I said, I got you, dog. And at the time, at the G spot, the vocal booth was in the closet. Mm-hmm. So I went into the closet, I closed it, and I felt his pain, dog. And I looked in his eyes, and I saw the pain. And I thought to myself, if that was my brother, I'd be so devastated.
Yeah.
If that was my little brother, I'd be so devastated. And I just got the knack for feeling people's pain like that sometimes. I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess it's because I feel for people, you know. I know there's a word for it. I can't think about it. And so when I went in that booth, and I thought back to my days on the streets, and I applied that. I thought back to how would I feel, you know. And that's when, and Tony's the one who says, hey, what do you think about doing, you know, because Tony would come up with a lot of the hooks too, you know.
Yeah.
You know, sweet memories, you know, and of my brother, they feel so wonderful. And we both worked, me and Tony always worked the hooks out, you know. That's what I did. We did the harmonies. And when it came down to doing the ad-libbing, that's when I really felt this pain, you know. And I was all, you know, when I did the ad-libbing, and I remember back when we would get into fights, when we would go to places, you know what I mean, and things would happen, me and the homies would be like, hey, homie, back to back. I said, my homeboy Midget would be like, back to back. And then we'd go back to back, and we'd throw down like that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's when I threw in that back to back, like we used to. And all the homies, en mi corazón, carnal. You know what I mean? We did all that. And I was hoping that I did the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I got out of there, and it was hot like this, you know? It was hot, it was hotter than this. And you come out sweating out of that motherfucker. And I came out, and Toker, he shot straight at me. And he had tears in his eyes. And he shook my hand. He goes, hey, homie, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for putting your corazón into that. And I said, I feel it, dog. I feel it. He goes, from now on, you're down with us, homie. We're down with you. You're down with us. I said, I'm down, bro. That's cool. I'm down with it, bro. Whatever you need me to do, I'm here, bro. And even Little Danger, who didn't like anybody. Big Danger, I'm sorry, Spencer. Big Danger. He came over, he goes, and he was tall, man. He was a tall, skinny cat. And he goes, hey, homie, we got you, homie. That was badass. I said, hey, gracias, man. Thanks. And that's how it went, bro. And
awesome.
Feed Me Memories, not Feed Me Memories, rest in peace, you know.
Yeah.
For his brother.
Did you continue to work with them after that?
Yes. We did a few more songs. You know, they wanted me to do, I think on that East Side Drama, I must have came out in, how many songs, Gio? About 4 songs on that? 5 songs? 4 songs on that, yeah.
Okay. And what year was that you met him?
That was about 93, I think, man. Because shortly after that, they introduced me to Wicked.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. He looked wicked. I looked at it and said, this motherfucker looks wicked. And I said, oh, man. And when I heard Wicked's voice, I was like, oh, shit, this guy, he's badass, man. And like I said, that's when we did I think So Rough, So Tough with him, yeah. And it was bad. It was a badass time, man. And Eazy, you know, he would be there, man. And Eazy would be like, hey, man, they break off some dough.
Yeah.
You need any more, Rich? Yeah, I can use it. There you go, man.
You know, one thing that a lot of people may not know or do know, but if you can elaborate a little bit on it, I know Eazy had a lot of love for Raza.
Yeah.
You know, and I said this when Wicked was here. I said, you know, for me, I met Eazy in '87 but I was introduced to him as Eric. I didn't. They were first forming NWA.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who he was going to become. You know?
Yeah.
But to me, Eazy had always been a real one.
Yeah.
In 1991, we filmed a video in Venice Beach called "Leave My Crows Alone" by the Hughes brothers, who did Menace to Society, Dead Presidents.
Oh yeah.
They did our first videos before they did any filming.
Wow.
We invited Eazy, and we didn't think he would come up, and he stayed there the whole fucking video shoot.
Yeah.
He came and chilled with us.
Yeah.
You know, he had love for us. So, any Eazy-E stories that you could share? I guess him being in the studio with you guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, I loved Eazy, man, and I wasn't as close to him as Toker was. Toker and him were like black and brown brothers. Tony and him were like black and brown brothers. They were close. Much closer than I mean, I just first started working on them, but then we became pretty cool. Like we'd see each other, hey dog, how you doing? Everything good, you know? But they were much closer than I was, you know. Okay. But I remember one time that sticks out in my head. It was maybe about a month before he passed away. I came to the G spot, and me and Julio was in there, and we had weights in there. And Julio used to throw down too, you know, Julio G. And me and him, we started pumping weights in the corner, hitting it. And Eazy was at the board, and he's playing this way out track, man. And he's had his throw out, and he's just bobbing his head. And I look at Julio, and I said, "Hey dog, what's up with that track sounds? It's fucking bad, dude, but it sounds way the fuck out. What the hell is that, man?" I go, "Is he smoking some of that moon bud that he brings on everybody, or what?" Because Eazy brought the moon bud. It wasn't regular. It wasn't from Earth. He brought the good stuff, man. And he had people throwing up in the back sometimes. But and he goes, "Yeah, Holmes." He goes, Julio goes, "Hey dog," he goes, that's a new song he's got with these dudes called Bone Thugs and Harmony. And that track didn't have no rapping on it yet. He was mixing it. That was Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Dope. That's fucking
and hard. It was beautiful, man. Just seeing him do his thing, man. Just there and just bringing it. You know, just ding, 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 with his throw.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. And he was about my height, man. He was holding too, man. He didn't look sick, man.
Right.
He didn't look sick.
Right. Yeah.
And a month after that, I go, and he had me. He was working on a deal through Ruthless to Sony Japan for me, for Brownside, for Frost, Slow Pain. I think was in on that ALT, and there was a lot of dough on the table. From what I understand, there was about $7 million on the table.
Damn.
That the paperwork was already printed up. I needed maybe 2 or 3 songs left on my album to do. I had already did a lot of jams for my own stuff already.
Yeah.
And one day I go to the G spot to work on some stuff with Tony, and he goes, "Hey dog," he goes, "Eazy's really sick." He said he caught bronchitis, and now he's in the hospital. I said, "Bronchitis?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "All right." I go, "Well, can we go visit?" He goes, "Well, nobody could really visit him right now." And I said, "Okay." He goes, he called me, and he told me, he goes, "Hey, tell Rich to keep working on those songs. We're gonna be okay. To keep working, to knock those last 3 jams out so we can get the steel going. We're going to Japan, you know." And I said, "All right. So let's work, man." So we're working, and I was working with one of the keyboard players from the Daz band at the time. We were working at the Badass Jam. The guy's name was Keith, I think.
Okay.
And we had this beautiful love jam. And so we were working, man. We had a bunch of good stuff. I had ALT on my stuff. And I think I had even Mellow on my stuff, man. Okay. Some stuff that I did. And we're working, man. And about a week after that, it seems, I go to the G spot, man. And Tony's all, "Hey, dog," he goes, Eazy went into a coma. I said, for bronchitis? What's going on, man? I said, "What's going on?" Tony goes, "We don't know. The doctors ain't saying that but he's really ill, man. He's in a coma, man. So we gotta just lay low for now.
Yeah.
See what's up. And maybe a week after that, it seemed like to me, he was gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all gone. It's all done. It's all over with.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a.
It was a terrible time, man.
It was a very, very terrible time for me as well too. When I heard it, Theo for 92.3 The Beat had just announced it. And I had just pulled up to the studio in Alhambra, and he had played Boys in the Hood. Woke up quick at about noon, and let me tell you, I couldn't get out the car, bro. It was very fucking heartbreaking. Now, how was your relationship with, as far as Toker is concerned? And when was the last time you spoke to him before he passed away?
Toker?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, those last, I think, 2.5 years, we worked on Banging Stories together and worked on my project together. We had really gotten close, man.
Okay.
Really, even closer than back in the days. You know what I mean? And, man, we were like brothers, man.
Okay.
And I would go visit him down there, him and his family, you know, down in Rosarito a lot, you know what I mean? We were going down there. We were working, man. We were knocking jams out. He always had a new track to show me, you know what I mean? And we were doing things, man. And we were gonna knock it out of the ballpark, man. And Toker, he was a unique individual, man. There was nobody like that guy, man. He was just driven, man.
Yeah.
And he told me, and probably not too many people, and I'm not gonna say too much about it.
Yeah.
Because it's I think it's going to be part of the book that they're putting out. But Eazy came to him in a dream, and it was weird when he told me about the dream, and it was crazy, man. And at the end of that dream, I'm not going to talk about what happened because I mean, like I said, I don't want to give it away for the book. Whoever wants to buy the book, but at the end, they're walking up these stairs, and Toker's following him. And he's like, hey, hold up, homie. Hold up, man. And he's like, nah, man, you know what? Because you got to stay right there now. You can't come any further. That's it. What I want you to do, man, I want you to keep this shit going. I want you to keep this shit going. Don't let it die. Don't let my legacy or your legacy die. Keep it going. And then when he woke up, he could still smell Eazy, like, you know, he always had new Pendletons, you know, and he could smell a new Pendleton, and that's when he was locked down.
Right.
But there's a lot more in there too. I don't want to give it up, but I mean, it was a crazy story, man.
Awesome. Well, you know what, Eazy-E's legacy will always continue to live on. Rest in peace. Toker's legacy will always continue to live on. Rest in peace, because of Roadium Radio.
I appreciate that. That's much love, brother. Thank you so much for that. Because you see, I'm wearing my Toker tribute shirt because I feel that I'm going to keep on, no matter what happens in my career, singing his praises. Because if it wasn't for him bringing me back out again, I was playing with my band. I was having a good time in the Midnight Cruisers, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out. But I wasn't going to come out and do that shit again, man. He brought me back out, man. He's the one. I mean, I don't know if I have time to talk about how we got back together again.
Yes, go for it.
And it was really weird. It was really weird. I had just linked up with Tony G again.
Okay.
Because when all that stuff happened, I had to get a job, bro. I went in with MTA. I was in debt, man. I had child support to pay. I had all kinds of stuff going on that I needed to pay up.
Yes.
And I'm a responsible dude, you know. I don't just let shit go. So I said, you know what, guys? I told Tony, I got to roll, bro. I got a job with MTA. I can't do this no more. You know, and he's, we'll see you next week. They didn't see me next week. And so, but here in around 2015, Tony sees me on YouTube with my band, or singing with my band. He listens to it, and he's like, hey, I wrote that song with Rich G. And I was doing, I don't know if you ever heard the little grito I do, somebody say yeah. And Chicano from Mi Vida Loca, me and him wrote that part. Okay. And I do it with my band.
Okay.
And he goes, how do I, and his daughter knew how to get a hold of me. They got a hold of me, and then me and him hooked back up again. And shortly after that, I'm in the yard. Remember, I was yard master. I was yard master over at MTA at Division 10 in East LA. And I'm in my truck. I got it going on. I'm chilling. And all the work's done, and I'm just hanging out. I get a call, bring, on my phone. I'm like, yo, who's this, man? He goes, oh, this is George, man, aka Snoopy. I said, yeah, what you want, Snoopy? What's going on, man? He goes, I'm speaking on the behalf of Toker from the Brown side. And I said, what? And I said, because I had prayed for Toker, man, after when he went in. I prayed for him, bro, because I knew he was going into a crazy environment, man. And there was just things there that it wasn't safe, And I said, before you say anything else, man, how's Toker, man? He goes, he's good. And that brought a tear to my eye, man. I said, oh, man, I'm glad, man, because I hadn't seen him in all that time. Yeah. We all went our separate ways, And I had responsibilities I had to take care of, little ones,
Yeah.
And I was so glad, man. He goes, hey, man, he wants you, he had some of his best jams with you, man, and he was wondering if you want to come down and do some stuff with him in Mexico. He's going to do a new CD called Bangin' Stories, and he wants you to be a part of that.
Okay.
And I said, and he wants me to come where? While he's living, he goes, he's got a house in Rosarito. He's living in Rosarito. He's doing great down there, man. And I thought to myself, okay, back into that swing, huh?
Yeah.
And I said, and before I even, I said, yeah, I'll do it. Before I thought about it, and then after that, everybody was telling me, oh, dog, you're gonna go down there, and what's you're gonna face, what's gonna go. And I thought to myself, you know what? And a few homies were gonna come at first, but then everybody backed out on me, So I said, you know what? Toker was always good to me. He always took care, whenever he owed me any money or whenever I needed anything, he was there. He always treated me with respect. He never treated me like an asshole. He was always good to me. I said, so I'm just going to go. I'm going to go on that.
Yeah.
And I went down there, man. It was like we never parted, bro. I met him over there at the Costco across the border. Hey, homie, what? And it was a beautiful thing, man. And we started getting to work.
Awesome. It was like you picked up right where you got left off.
Right where we left off, bro.
Awesome.
He was a little more open, though.
Uh-huh.
He was a little more open. Whereas before he was more the boss, This time, it was great to see that little more open side of him,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when we got a little closer,
Okay. Now I have to ask this, and believe me, these type of questions really bother me because I'm a hood journalist, so I'm just asking from the gut. I didn't go to no school to learn how to interview people. We just turned on YouTube and go. Where were you when you heard about his passing? And how did you hear about it?
Can I get some of that?
Yes, sir. Have as much as you like. Take your time, brother.
Just a little hit, man.
Don't worry, I'm going to take some hits with you soon.
I'm saving you some, man. Otherwise, I probably would have drank that. You'd have been carrying me out of here now. So, I was living with the homie, Rob Dog, in Chino. Like I said, I had to sell my pad. Things went south a little bit, And the homie took me in. He said, I got a room, dog. Come on down, fool. And, I had even lost my job for a minute, but I was doing music, thanks to Toker,
Yes.
And we're bullshit chopping it up. Must have been around 10 o'clock in the morning. I get a call. And we're in the front room. And, and it's one of the homies from the camp, And he goes, hey, I need you to do something. I said, what you need, dog? Because I need you to do this, this, and that. And then after you do this, and that, let me know what happened, then call me back. And I got something to tell you. It's really important. I said, what's going on, man? He goes, do this, please. So I did it. I got back with him. And I said, what's happening, dog? And he says, Toker's no longer with us. And this guy kind of used to joke a little bit, but it just shocked me. I said, don't fuck around, homie. What is it, man? He goes, why would I fuck around with anything like that? Because Toker's not with us no more. They got him yesterday evening. I said, what? I said, what happened, dog? They just came and scooped him up, and they did what they did. He sent me the picture that came out in the damn paper. And I said, that's him.
Wow.
Yeah. And it just, my heart just dropped, bro. I mean, I was devastated, and I wasn't the same for a long time, dog. I just wasn't the same, man. You know, it's just, even my girlfriend was like, bro, this really fucked you up. What's up, man? You all right? You know, but I just had to go through what I had to go through, dog. You know, we go through what we go through, and we get through it, you know, as men, you know.
Yeah.
But it hurt, man. It hurt really bad.
No, I could only imagine. You know, I was telling Wicked, I said, you know, that's one person, you know, because growing up in the industry, you meet all kinds of people, okay?
Yeah.
But I told him that's one guy I wish I could have met, because people have asked me, did Tony A ever meet or work with? No, I never met him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I heard of the group. I knew the group when they were coming out. It was mostly early '90s when I heard that they were coming out together.
Yeah.
But I never had an opportunity to meet him.
Yeah.
You know, so now that we have this podcast going on and people are coming over and sharing, I'm learning more about him.
Yeah.
You know, but I would have definitely have loved the opportunity to have met him.
You know, the naysayers can say what they want to say. Yeah, it's a free country. To me, Toker was one of a kind, man. I mean, he was a gangster. He was a gangster through and through. But he was also a family man. And he also cared about people. And he also did a lot for a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Even down there in Mexico City when we went down there, I know he footed the bill for that whole thing, man. And we went down there, and he's just doing it to help people, you know. And he did a lot of stuff like that. Did a lot of stuff people didn't even know about, you know. He helped me a lot through the time when I wasn't working. You know, it was weird how, you know, I lost my job, and but it's weird how this came around, that I had the chance right after that to do Barrio Chronicles, my first CD my first album I ever did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Toker was a big part of that. And you know, we would drink some Don Julio, and I even got footage of it. We would drink Don Julio, and we would start writing, man. He would have tracks. He had tracks up the Yang, man. So we'd have tracks. We'd be there on the beach, Brownside Beach House, and we'd make good music. And he was an awesome songwriter too, man. He knew how. Hey, why don't you try this, dog? And I'm like, damn, bro, that's a good damn idea. And he was talented, man. He was a talented brother. He could say, oh, I'm not a rapper, whatever. But he knew how to tell them stories, and he had a good ear, man.
Yeah.
And when we laid stuff down, man, it was like, we were like the Chicano, Paul McCartney, and Lennon, but not as famous, of course.
Right. You know, one thing that I take away from, as far as from all the interviews, when people come over here and they share Brownside/Toker stories, one thing, if somebody were to interview me and ask me, out of all those interviews that they shared about Tokers, what's one thing that you can take away that stayed with you, that what they said? Here's what I would say. One common tie that every interviewer had that spoke about him, they said, he helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I hear a lot. He helped a lot of people.
Yeah, he did.
There's a lot of artists today that are still around.
Damn.
They don't give a damn. It's all about them.
Yeah.
I want the light all on me.
Yeah.
The shine all on me. I want all the money. Nobody's ever going to surpass me. It's all about me. And it seems like it was never like that with him.
You know what? He wanted you to shine, man. He wanted people to shine, you know. And even like with me, he just thought it was a travesty that I never got my shine back in the days. You know, I was always the guy behind the scenes, you know, singing everybody's hooks, you know. And he's the one who started calling me the Mexican Nate Dogg, when I used to joke around about that and say, I'm the broke ass Mexican Nate Dogg, because that fool made money. And what happened to me, you know? Right. But so I'd say, all right, you know, I'll take it from him, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he wanted to make sure that people knew what I did, and he worked so hard to make that happen, you know. And I'm always grateful to him for that, and much more, you know.
You know, I post these flyers on Instagram, Facebook, and on my story on YouTube. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, great responses. Facebook, great responses. But on YouTube is where all the shit talkers are at.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, because a guy there could be called Cat Dog and has a picture of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who the fuck he is, but he's a gangster behind the keyboard.
Yeah, he's a puñetón. Fucking
Exactly.
sitting there, you know, he hasn't picked his mess up yet, but he wants to hate, and he ain't doing shit.
Ain't doing shit. Probably yanking his weenie, eating Takis, drinking Red Bulls all night.
Just got finished, you know, watching Butt Banger Fiesta.
Butt Banger
It's all right, homie. It's all right. You say what you want, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, we do what we do, and we're doing something.
Exactly.
You're doing something, brother.
Thank you,
and
my brother.
much love and much appreciation for you, man. And thank you for having me, man.
Thank you, my
know,
brother.
I appreciate it, dog.
Now, let me add to something that this person said. He says, who? Like, when I put your flyer out. Keep in mind, if there was 80 comments, I would say maybe 76 were all positive.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it just, you get this one fucking...
I'll get one, yeah.
Yeah.
What they
Who
call
is that?
Trolls or something?
Yeah. Who is that? Why are you interviewing these nobodies? And here's what I said. I could have went back and forth, but I didn't. I said, this is why I interview them.
Yeah.
Because these are people behind the scenes that made shit happen
Yeah.
and never get the credit, never get any shine.
Right.
And this is why I do that, because these people are deserving.
Yeah.
He never replied. Because what could you say about that?
Yeah. He had to go clean his mess up real quick. Where's the toilet paper at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably drinking fucking hot dog water.
But I mean, you know, they're covered and they're all they're all protected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so keyboard badasses, dog. You know, what I mean?
Keyboard badasses, dog.
You know, so
check this out. We're gonna go ahead and take another break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna start taking some shots with you. I'm gonna hook me up michelada from my boy Blasto, mini micheladas.
There you go.
And we're gonna come back, and there's some things I want to touch on, and then what can people expect from you now? What are you working on, and in the future?
Okay.
So we'll be back. Everybody, once again, Rich G in the motherfucking place to be. Roadium Radio. Make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap shit out somebody, let them know that Rich G's in the motherfucking building. And we'll be back in a minute. Go take a crack, make some popcorn, slap your old lady in the ass, and come on back.
Yeah, just come back.
You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Roadium Radio.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. Pull your panties to the side and enjoy the ride. Tony A, the Wizard.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 62, with the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat dick. But other than that, once again, I got the Night Out book, buddy. So go to the GoFundMe, $50. You can also get a CD, and you can sleep with him every night. Sing to him, talk to him, take a shower with him, whatever you want to do. So, Rich G, we're back.
Yes, sir.
And we got 2 bottles. So,
yes.
I'm going to ask you a question, then I'm going to pour.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I missed and I wanted to cover, you used to bounce at nightclubs.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
My boy Ernie Medina. When I was working in the music biz, when I was at the G Spot and stuff like that, I'm still working in the music biz now. But back then, when I was trying to make it with Eazy and all those guys, you had to work a couple of jobs, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did support myself singing for about a year in the studios. So we had a real hot year one year. But other than that, you had to do different things. I was like I said, I was a trainer, and my boy Ernie Medina, he was a DJ.
Okay.
Ernie M, and he worked at the Tropicana. He worked at Peppers.
Tropicana.
Yeah, remember the Tropicana, dog?
Shit. Off the 110, right? You'll be able to see it.
Yeah. And he was like, "Hey, bro," he goes, "You're a pretty big dude. You think you might want to bounce some clubs, man? Work some security?" I go, "Security? Fuck security, eh?" And he's like, "Bro, you make dough, you make tips, you know what I mean? And a lot of girls involved." And I was young and single, you know. I said, "Run that by me again." So he worked at he got me in with this company called Coastal Event Service. The dude's in the orange, you know, and the yellow. And so yeah, I got in there, and at first they put me way out in the parking lot. They didn't know what I was doing, but they saw me take a few fools down. They're like, "Oh, come here, man.
Yeah.
Let me get you in the front of the line, dog."
Right.
So they put me in the front of the lines at like Peppers, Florentine Gardens, Tropicana, Mr. J's, places like that, and then private parties, and then man, I was bouncing all over the place, man. I had a blast, man. That's when I heard of you, man. I think you might have been DJing at a couple of those clubs.
Yes, I did.
And I remember hearing about you back then and hearing that you were the shit, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Do you remember Brandy's?
I remember it. I never bounced there, but I remember hearing about it. Yeah.
Mr. J's. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Where was that located at?
Was it in El Monte? In Exotic El Monte?
I think, yeah,
I think
exactly.
So,
yeah, and then there was Baby Doe's. Remember those old ass
Baby
clubs?
Doe's, yeah, Baby Doe's, and then you had the Hop and all those ones, yeah.
In the 80s, there was one that I used to go to in East LA, I believe it was East LA, DQ's. They used to call it Don Quixote's. It was all like during the disco era.
Oh, yeah,
You
the
know,
disco era.
You had to have a pompadour or a mullet.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
fluorescent clothes.
Yeah, with your shirt open with 2 hairs sticking out.
Yeah. Hey, one time me and the homies went to one of those places. We were like, what are we, fucking outer space now or what?
Exactly. Bro.
Yeah.
So now, you're singing. Around what age would you say you began to record? Now that you're singing, you took some classes, how to breathe.
Yeah.
Now you're singing obviously a lot better. You had the skill, you had the voice, the talent.
Yeah.
When did you start moving into the studio and start working with the Chicano rappers, if you will?
Okay, because I mean, the first time I went in the studio was with this dude, this homie called Ron Cano, and I'm still in touch with him. But he was a gospel guy.
Okay.
And he wanted me to do some backwards of me. Yeah, man, you bad, dude. And he was the first. Ron Cano was the first guy that got me in the studio and got me sprung on that. But the first time I started working with Chicano rappers, it was this guy named Cisco. He never really came. He was bad too, man. He wasn't a cholo or anything like that, but he was just bad, dude. He was fast. And Tony put me in when I got with Tony. He put me in with Cisco. I was about 23, man.
Okay.
First time I worked with a Chicano rapper, and I met. I wish I could remember the girl's name, but this girl that Tony used to use for a lot of his women hooks, you know. Mm-hmm. And she was a cute thing, you know. She was a little geeky, which I like geeky girls, you know. I was like, oh, girl, you know. And I found out she's the girl that used to sing the Barbie commercials.
No shit.
Yeah. And I listened to her voice. I go, yeah, that's her. Wow. But man, Tony remembers her name. But okay. I apologize if I don't remember your name, sweetie.
Okay. Now, let's take it back a little bit more. How did you meet Tony G?
Oh, I was hanging out with this crew, right? I was hanging out with these fools. I was single, man. Like I said, I was a bodybuilder, man. I have met this fool at the gym, man. His name was Robert. They used to call him Sweat, man, because that guy would just walk down the street and start drenching with sweat. But me and him, we'd go to clubs together, man, and we would pull a lot of ladies, man. We were a good wingman with each other, right? And one day we're rapping, and he goes, "Hey, what else do you do, man?" I go, "I'm a singer, man. I got a couple of little demos. I do little things. Let me check it out." So I threw the little cassette on there. And he's like, "Damn, dude, you're bad, fool." I said, "Really? You like it?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I know a dude, man. This guy from my neighborhood named Tony G, man. He's got a record store called Spin It Records in Almani. Let's take your tape to him, you know." I said, "Really? Come on," because this guy was a big liar. He was a habitual liar, the guy, you know. And it was hard to believe it because he was all, you know, them fools are all, "Yeah, bro, I do this, I do that."
They lie for nothing.
Yeah, just lying all the time, bro. I go, "Okay." But no. He thank you, Robert. You know, I'm not your friend no more because you fucking burned me. But you know what? You introduced me to Tony G. Thank you for that.
He was the Lion King.
Yeah. So we went down there, and Tony's there. He's behind the counter, right? He's like, "Hey, what's going on? What's happening, bro?" And he's like, "Hey, I got this guy, man. He's got a nice demo. Let me check it out, bro." And he puts it on. And Tony, I don't know if you met Tony G, but the boy, he could converse. He talked to me for about 2.5, 3 hours, and basically the gist of it was like, "Bro, you're good. I'm gonna try to work out a deal with you. It may take this long, it may take that long, it may take a year, it may never happen, but we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, I said, "All right, let's do it, man." And so I'll go back and forth to Spin It, see how things were going, this and that. It took about a good year or so of me chasing him around before he actually put me on.
Wow.
You know, and I was like a young guy trying to make it. "Hey, Tony, Tony's not here." You know what I mean? But and then finally he says, "You know what? I got this guy named Cisco, man. Put you on with him." And I did good there. And after that, maybe about another 6 months is when he put me on with Frost, and we did East Side Story.
East Side Story.
Yeah.
So Tony G, now Julio G comes in the picture. How did you meet Julio G?
Oh, it was at the G spot, man. He goes, "This is my dog right here. It's Julio G, man. Hey, what's up, Who?" And we call him Who G. "What's up? Hey, Who G? All right, Who G." And Julio was just a badass DJ, man. He was a bad. And then he was on the radio and stuff like that, man. And he actually produced a couple of songs on my album that never came out with Eazy-E.
Okay.
Yeah, Julio was bad, dude. And,
wow.
I loved Julio. I still love him to this day. And we still, I haven't seen him in a while, but we keep in touch, social media, whatnot, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now you just mentioned that he produced some songs on the album that you did with Eazy-E.
Yeah.
When was that done, and why is it not released?
Like I said, Eazy passed. After that, I was still trying to work at the G. I was still trying to do things, you know what I mean? I go, "Let's keep it going, guys." But everybody was so down and depressed. Especially like I know Tony was down, bro.
Yeah.
Tony, man, my boy. And I understand it now. Then I didn't really understand it, I said, "Let's do this for Eazy," but he was down, man. Everybody was down. And you couldn't get nothing done at the G spot at that time,
Yeah.
That's when I said, "You know what? I'm not gonna be able to support my family, man. I gotta go and I gotta go do what I gotta do, And he had all that stuff, but through the different transitions, through the years and stuff, I think it all just got lost, man.
Okay. You have any of those tracks?
I have some of that stuff on tape.
Okay. But you said tape.
Tape. And who knows? It's in the
garage.
It's in the. You guys remember what those are? It's in the garage somewhere. Ernie Medina, my boy Ernie, he did a lot of production with me. Also, he wrote some songs with me, and he may have some of it. I haven't asked him yet. I haven't asked him if he's had any of that. But I wouldn't mind redoing some of those songs. You know what I mean? Some of those things you could update them. It's just love stuff. A lot of it was love stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So now you work with Cisco, and then you team up and start working with Frost.
Yeah.
Can you fill us in on some of those sessions? How did those sessions go? What songs did you do, etc.?
The first song I did with Frost was called No More Wars. And it's that Timmy T song, Why Can't We Live Together? Or what's it called? No More Wars, I think it's called. Have you heard it?
No.
Timmy T?
No. That song, but not the Frost one.
Yeah, the Frost one. And I went into the studio. I think we did it at we would do pre-production at the G Spot.
Yeah.
And then we get paid again going to the big studios. You know what I mean? We would go to like places like, remember Ray Studios?
Sounds familiar.
Ray Parker Jr. studio.
Oh wow, Ray Parker. You said Ray Parker Jr. Still in the groove. Ray
Yeah,
Parker Jr.
yeah.
Yes.
We would go to his studio. We went to different studios in Hollywood to do things, and still, I mean, I would come off very soulful. They had to calm me down a little bit, and just do it like this, Rich. Tony, he was a good producer,
Yeah.
And we did that song, and it was awesome, man. The feeling that I felt was like, man, I'm finally doing this with what I've dreamed of doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And doing with this guy. I mean, when I first saw Frost, I didn't even know who he was. Do you ever heard of a band from Norwalk called Soto Brothers? Well, I went to school with those guys, and I ended up hooking back up with them years later. And they're like, hey, we're going to be at the LA Super Show performing. Why don't you come down and check us out? So I went down there, but before they went on, these rappers came on. Marsky Raysky from Latin Alliance. Remember them, Latin Alliance? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, what? I go, Latinos? Fucking, they were Boricua brothers. They were Puerto Rican brothers. They were getting down. I said, oh, what? I don't know. We had some Latinos doing this shit. And then Frost went up there. Frost, he just looked like some regular dude, big dude with a penitent, funny looking hair. And he went up there and he started. I went up there, what's this dude gonna do? He's a Chicano. He does Chicano straight up.
Yeah.
And he started spitting with power like I've never heard a Chicano ever do. And I said, this motherfucker, this guy's bad.
Yeah.
And I'll say it, he was bad.
Yeah.
He was the best out of all the Chicano, Latinos, whatever you want to call it, I've ever heard. This guy was hitting it, man. I was like, oh, damn. And little did I know, a year later, I would hook up with Tony G and end up being on this guy's. He would do La Raza, and then after that, that's when I came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and how was your experience working with him? Everything was good as far as on that record?
Yeah, everything was cool, we everything worked out good. We just went in and we did our thing, and it was mostly Tony G, you know what I mean, that I worked with on those, but Frost approved of everything, you know what I mean. He was cool with stuff. And
I'm going to bring something up right now that I think is very controversial in a sense because it's talking about Chicano rap. Okay. Because most people would say that Chicano rap pretty much started there going Kid Frost. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it did or whether it didn't, let's just say that's the popular opinion. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, working with Tony G, and you said great producer. Try this, try that. He would write some of the hooks. That's what a great producer does.
Yeah.
He brings the best out of you.
Yeah.
If it's not working, we try it again tomorrow or keep going. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it one. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that I believe lacks in today's Chicano rap genre is good producers.
Yeah.
Here's what we have today. Hey, email me a beat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now they just go in their bedroom, grab a mic, and they bust it, take a goofy picture, load it up on YouTube, and hopefully they get 1,000 views. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't have that producer that brings the best out of them.
That's right.
Dre told me this years ago, and I don't even think he even thought he was teaching me anything, but he said a producer is only as good as the artist that he's working with. Okay? Meaning this, if you're the producer, bring the best out of that artist.
Right.
Don't just say spit, okay, cool, we got to record it, we're good. Let me get a level.
Yeah.
You got to bring the best out of him. And I think we have a lot of Chicano rappers and even Chicana rappers that their producers are not bringing the best out of them.
No, they're just looking for the quickies, man. It's all about the quickie, man. Yeah.
Exactly. So and a lot of times people say, this guy's trash, this guy's trash, this guy's trash. Sometimes us producers have to take responsibility. If you're getting paid, track that person right.
Yeah.
Bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
Don't just try to take, like you said, the quickie,
Yeah.
give me a couple of $100.
Back in the days, I had producers, no, I know you could do it better. And until you get pissed and bam, you're doing, that's what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how Tony was. And that's how some of the other producers that I had back then, too. At one time, I worked with this guy. His name was Victor Brooks. And we wrote some songs which had something to do with Tony G. And it wound up being for, I don't remember if you remember the Barrio Boys, man.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I wrote 2 songs with Victor Brooks and a homie named Ricky. I forgot Ricky's last name. Apologize. And we wrote 2 songs on their first album. It was an English album. It was called Crazy Coolin'. And we wrote a couple of good jams, man. Really good songs, man. Poppy.
Yeah.
One called Latin Groove. The other one was called Taste of Love. And then shortly after that, that really never went nowhere because they wanted to take them in another direction. And they to me, I think they should have used ours as the first song. What they call that, the first single.
Yes.
But they had their people already said, the record company had their people already. They wanted to have their first album, or their first single, and their first single didn't work out,
Right.
We had the street shit, bro.
Yeah.
And Tony was helping us, so
awesome.
It could have been good, man. But what they did, they changed directions and went Spanish, and then that's when they hooked up with Selena, and they went after that. But I vocally trained some of those guys, man.
Wow.
And I sang underneath. This is when the Milli Vanilli thing came out.
Yeah.
And I had to sign a waiver to not speak about it. But I'm speaking about it now. Yeah, I sang backgrounds on that thing. And they copied me, man. They copied my style. And then they went on and did what they had to do.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people talk shit about Milli Vanilli. But how many Milli Vanillis do we have today?
So many. It's part of the deal now.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. And it saddens me because one of those guys, I believe, committed suicide.
Yeah, over that bullshit. Yeah.
Over that bullshit.
And now, anybody can throw some auto-tune on and be some kind of a singer,
Yeah.
And I've seen it. I've seen people that cannot sing. And even Tony showed me one time. He goes, check this out, dog. And these badass backgrounds to the song he was doing. I go, damn, who's doing the background? That's badass. He goes, that's me. You can't sing, fool. And he goes, no, it takes work, but you could fix it up, auto-tune it, this and that. And anybody could be a singer. I go, what the fuck am I here for?
Yeah.
What am I here for? And he goes, no. They still need people with their own style. They need people with their own shit, I said, okay, good.
Yeah. Let me give you a quick example of what I mean. And I know you know this already, but for the public's sake.
Yeah.
When producers bring the best out of you.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people know that Eazy-E was never a natural rapper, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. He learned. Okay.
Of course.
Who brought the best out of him?
Dr. Dre did. Yeah.
Dre did. And made him a fucking star, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Can't nobody say that Eazy shit was whack.
Now, who would have known that what he had was the shit? Who would have known unless Dre brought it out on him?
Yes. And today we have, if you will, possible Eazy-E's out there that these producers are not bringing the best out of them.
Exactly.
They're just taking their $50 for a beat and okay, go.
Throw some auto-tune on. I'm good to go, man.
You're good to go, homie. I'll see you at the Swami. So,
yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of youngsters out there that could really get that. And when I see them, I give them props. Yeah. And I use the old way. I say, yeah, that's what I call spitting, man.
Absolutely.
That's spitting right there.
Absolutely.
Zero auto-tune, straight spitting. And I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
And I won't even try it because I've been with some of the best rappers.
Yeah.
And I don't mess around. I'm a singer.
Right. Right. I am absolutely buzzed right now.
I'm feeling good, man.
You know what? Let's take a little shot real fast. Sir. And I'm only going to sip. Porque me voy a poner bien pedo. You're going to have to carry me out on a fucking dolly. Salud, right, brother. Hey, listen to your future, brother.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You too, bro.
So, anyways, my face is numb. But, so now, here's what I wanted you to do. Because, if possible, I wanted you to name drop. Every artist, if possible, whoever you work with, who comes to mind. Everybody that you sang on their shit for. Okay. And possibly a lot of these guys maybe never mentioned you, maybe they did, but I want to shine light on you, brother. So,
you know what? Out of a lot of these fools that I jammed with and everything and helped them sell records or whatever, ALT was the one that would take me with him. You know what I mean? So ALT, You know, of course, you had Frost, you know what I mean? Which I did some videos with him, and he spoke up for me one time, you know? So I'll give him that at a TV show one time. But, you know, Kid Frost, you know, Slow Pain, even Lightfoot, you know, you guys talked about Lightfoot, man. Lightfoot was pretty cool, man. He was a cool dude. I took him to go train, and he went, I got to pump up for this movie I'm doing, Doc. And I took him. He was so sore, he couldn't even walk after that.
Now, Lightfoot, a lot of people may not know that's Indian in the Cupboard guy.
Indian in the Cupboard, man. And he's, to me, I mean, I don't know if there was any more Native American rappers before him. I'm sure there was, but he was the one that was most known at that time that I knew of, you know. And he was a cool brother. You had guy. I mean, I'm on a recording with Eazy-E, bro. Yeah. And I didn't know that till here years later. And it was these girls. Like I said, I used to do backgrounds for some of his artists. These girls called HWA, Hoes with Attitudes. They were like the female version. And I did this song called Ain't No Ladies with them. And I went in there, and all these tall, fine-looking hood black chicks, right? And I'm like, oh, damn. They're like, who this? And these guys going to do the backgrounds. They're like, that's it. Watch me work. And I laid it down there like, oh, okay. So, yeah, so them. And I didn't come on the video or nothing. But, I mean, I'm in there, man. And I'm there with the Eazy. Eazy's talking at the beginning. And I'm like, I'm on a jam with Eazy-E, man. That's beautiful. Let's see. A dude named Bugsy. Who else, man? Man, a lot of the first Chicano cats. And like I said, I did some stuff with Melda that never came out, you know what I mean? Yeah. Barrio Boys, man, and fools that I can't even remember, man.
Okay.
You know?
Now, share with us a little bit about the group that you're in right now.
My band?
Yeah, like when did that form? And
here's another thing, man. It was the anniversary of Eazy-E's passing. I was listening to the radio, and they said, oh, it's the anniversary of Eazy-E's passing. It's been such and such years and this and that. I think it was in 2004.
Okay.
And I listened to that, man, and I was like, fuck, man. And I started remembering, you know, and I brought a tear to my eye thinking about Eazy and how he believed in me, you know, and I appreciated him, you know, and it's fucked up that he passed away like that, you know. And then shortly after that, my boy Joe Truck calls me, right? Joe Truck had been a friend of mine I met through a girlfriend. He worked with the group War, the original guys, Howard Scott, B.B. Dickerson, Eric Burden, and Harold Brown, the guys that were ousted from the group. And he goes, hey, man, what if I tell you I can get you on stage with Howard Scott? I go, that guy's he's my god. What are you talking about? You know, Howard Scott was a Cisco kid. And he's the one that started the group, actually. No shit. And, you know, that's a whole other story, what happened with them. So I met those guys, man. And Howard Scott, and we had done some stuff together. I got to go on stage with them and do shows, man. Oh, you should see the Chicano Pride after that, boy. And so Howard and Joe, they called me up. They're like, bro, man, let's do a song together. Me and Howard, you know, Howard and Joe goes, Howard wants to do this jam with you, man. I said, okay. So I got back in. I had been out of the business for about 8 or 9 years. I said, screw all this. I got to work. I got to take care of my family. You know, I can't chase dreams.
Yeah.
And so I did a song with Howard, man. It kind of ignited a fire again, Joe Truck and Howard Scott. And then I met this dude named DJ Trip, who had a radio show called Radio Aslan in the Inland Empire.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and he invited me out to one of his shows called the Aslan Festival.
Okay.
Radio Aslan Festival. I went out there and I saw these groups, right? And I said, oh, right, a bunch of Chicanos getting down, you know? And I said, you know what? I could do that shit. So I hit my brother Pablo up, man. I said, Pablo, because he never wanted to do shit with me before because I was hip-hop, he was rock and roll. And I said, start a band, dog, in 2005. And Pablo Trevino, our DJ Trip, he was like, hey, man, I got a guy that'll jam with you, man. He's a fan of yours, man. From the Brownside days, his name's Rick Ciordia. And my boy Rick Ciordia, he came, it was just me, him, and my bro, man. We started jamming in my brother's garage, and he was all, hey, man, so you knew Toker and them? I said, yeah, bro, I knew all them fools, man. Yeah, what? And so we started jamming, and then they brought a couple more. Trip helped me bring a couple more guys in. Next, you know, I had the Midnight Cruisers going. And we couldn't come up with a name to my boy Alex Espinosa. He's like, well, you guys are cruisers, right? Right. We'll call it the Midnight Cruisers, because one of the fools wanted to call it the Midnight something that he called his band, right? So I'm not going to call it your band. No, this is my band, dog. And so I called it the Midnight. Alex says, Midnight Cruisers, bro. So I started calling it the Midnight Cruisers. I wanted to call it, I had all these names, right? I says, why don't we call ourselves, Los Otros, And then my buddy Rick, the bass player, he's my bass player now. He started the band with me. He was like, hey, Holmes, he goes, you call it Los Otros, people are going to think about it. They're going to listen to that. They're going to call us Los Jotos.
Oh, shit.
I said, you got a point, Doug.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's how I started my band. And next thing you know, because of the little bit of juice that I had with Howard, our first gig was at my brother's house just to warm up. The next thing you know, we were opening up for the Lowrider band, Howard Scott and the original guys from War, man. It was amazing, man.
That's fucking awesome.
And Howard Scott he's my mentor. In fact, that song, we're gonna put it out. It's called Sweet Maria.
Okay, that was my next question. When can somebody expect something from your group?
Well, it's hard to say because of this damn pandemic. We were supposed to put Sweet Maria out, me and Howard Scott. It's with Howard Scott from War. It's with B.B. Dickerson from War. It's with, remember Joan Sebastian?
The name sounds familiar.
He's on the Mexican side, bro. It's with his percussionist. Joe remembers his name. I don't know if you remember this band. I mean, there's a band around that's pretty badass that does a circuit with us. They're called Down with 3, DW3.
Okay.
So Eric from DW3's, he's playing the keyboards, and some of the guys from my boy Joe Truck, the one that I tell you hooked me up with Howard, he started a banda called Viento de Oro.
Okay.
And they blew up, bro. There were a bunch of Chicanos from this side. Nobody wanted to hire them, but Juan gave them a chance. Next thing you know, those guys. So some of their members on there playing horns and stuff like that. We just put B.B. Dickerson on bass.
Oh,
World of Ghetto.
Yeah.
And it's called Sweet Maria. We were supposed to put it out on Cinco de Mayo. But after all this bullshit went down, people lost money and we didn't have the dough to do it. It was going to be put out through VDO Entertainment, my buddy's entertainment company.
Yeah.
So, but we're still on that. I'm getting offers. My boy, I don't know if you ever heard of a singer called Pepe Marquez. He's doing his thing too, man. He's my homie. I met him when I first started my band.
Okay.
And he's always been good with me, man. He's got his own movida going, and he's with this company called La Cima Records.
Okay.
And this guy is named Carlos Guillen.
Okay.
And they offered me to do a jam with them, man. I'm gonna do an oldie remake with them,
No shit.
I'm gonna do some oldie remakes, but I'm gonna do one that nobody's doing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it a secret, and it's one that I could fade and I could get down on. So I'm gonna probably do something with them, and some of the only homies in the circuit that I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid of the gangster thing that I do.
Yeah.
And they won't hire me as Rich G. They'll hire my band.
Okay.
But they won't hire me as Rich G.
Okay.
Because they forget. I don't know what. They forget where they came from. I don't know what. It is what it is. I do what I do.
Yeah.
But the only ones that gave me love like that was my boy Angel Baby. My boy Angel Baby, Charlie Perez, Moni B. Henley, from Round 2 Records. They're the only ones that would hire me as Rich G and my band. They didn't care. They were down with me, man. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
We're running out of time, but you know what? I stopped it and we're going to keep going.
All right.
So, now, okay, do you have a YouTube page or like a Spotify or anything where people can actually listen to whatever you may have out now?
You know what? What I put out with East Town Records. As far as I know, because East Town is going through a transitional stage, and I'm not with them no more. But
right.
I was I talked to. I'm still good with all the artists. The Trece Boys, man. Big shout out to those guys, man. Evelyn G, Mama Toker's widow,
Yeah.
and the son. I got love for all of them, and I'd tell them whatever you guys need, you just let me know. But it's been a little hard, it's been hard on everybody, man.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, you could still get my Barrio Chronicles, Rich G Show Barrio Chronicles, on brownside13.com.
Okay. Brownside13.com. You guys heard that.
And it should be available on all media outlets still too.
Okay.
You know, as far as I know, if you guys hit me up at official Richard G on Instagram. If it's not, let me know and I'll work on it. I definitely will.
Okay.
But I'm definitely after all this BS, man. I'm definitely gonna come out. I'm gonna come out swinging. And I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna do some love stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do some of these oldies and stuff. I'm still gonna do my hood shit because that's where I'm from. It's, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, the oldie slow stuff is good because that's where we.
That's our culture, bro.
We grab the girl, we grab her nalgas, and we slow dance.
Yeah.
That's
no disco, no disco or freestyle. Sorry.
Yeah, you know. Then you got the other guys that grab the vato and slow it down. That's a different show.
Yeah.
So, you know, now I'm gonna ask you something, and I ask a lot of Chicano rappers, and I know you're not a rapper.
Yeah.
Pero te voy a preguntar, okay. What is Chicano rap?
Chicano rap is our cultura, man.
Okay.
That's where we're from, bro. I mean, we had to have an outlet too about what we do and where we're from and what we go through. I know we're all Americans, I know that, but there's different facets, you know. Yeah. And nobody was speaking up for us, bro. And you know, a lot of us, you know, some of us don't want to recognize it. Some of us don't want to talk about that Theo or that nephew that's a gangster because they forget about it, where they came from.
Right.
In my opinion. And they don't want to talk about it because they get too uppity.
Yeah.
And they want to hang out with the president or whatever. But you know what? This is where we're from. And that's why the Toker was a storyteller. My boy Tressa boys are storytellers, man, because they live a crazy life that they had no choice to live. You know, this is what we were brought up in. When I got thrown out there in the one ways, man, or in the barrio, I had to do what I had to do to survive.
Yeah.
And we talk about it. And not all Chicano rap is gangster. There's Chicanos that they rap about it. Look at Baby Bash, man. You know, he came after us, man. Him and Frankie J. And they got down, man, and they talked about love, and they talked about different things, and it was a beautiful thing, you know. Yeah. And I give those guys much props, you know. And that's Chicano rap is just our culture in a story.
Yeah. Good. You know what? That's a good answer because usually everybody has a different answer, and everybody's answer is unique.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, and this is the one that a lot of people. At the same time, they all have different answers, but
yeah.
I'm going to ask you, why do you think a Chicano rapper has never made it to the stature of maybe an Eazy-E, DJ Quick, a Game, or a Dr. Dre, or a Snoop? Why do you think we've never climbed that ladder, and yet we are a hip-hop's economy, especially here in California, okay? We buy everything, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to find anybody that works harder than a Mexican.
That's for sure.
Okay? So why do you think a Chicano rapper has never climbed that ladder?
Man, there's a lot of things to that, man. From what I've experienced, you know, of course, number one, there's a lot of racism against us, you know. Another thing is we don't take time to learn the business properly, you know. And I'm guilty of that, you know. We got the talent, man.
Yeah.
And I've heard Chicanos get down where I'll be like, I'm gonna sit down and listen to this guy, you know. Yeah. Excuse me. And another one is we don't back each other up, man.
Thank you.
We got to back each other. And just like we were talking about that fucking little puñale, the guy that's fucking, who's this guy? Well, you know what? It's Chicano. Back him up. Are you Chicano? And then back him up. And if you're not Chicano, you want to be down with us, we'll be down with you too. I don't give a shit. Yeah. But if I see Chicano that gets down, I back him up. If I see a movie coming out and it's a Chicano director, I back it up. And that's how I was raised. You know, my parents were activists, and we marched, bro. We marched against police brutality. We marched against racism. And I was 10 years old out there and watching these people in their balconies telling us, go home, Mexicans, you fucking wetbacks. I saw it at 10 years old, bro. My mom wrote a book. It's still out in libraries now. And it's in the Library of Congress. So I got that in me. We need to back each other up more.
Yeah.
Not just in the barrio. We need to back each other. Our college students, man. Our executives. You know what I mean? Our actors, our singers, our rappers. We got to back each other up. Because if not, we ain't going to get shit done.
Absolutely. You know what? And I have to say amen to that. Let me share a little story that I get a little emotional. I don't even know if my brother even remembers and he's watching.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in Compton till I was about 9 years old. When my family came from Mexico, we settled in Compton. And then when I was after I turned 9, almost 10, we moved to the city of Wilmington. Wilmington is where I stay at.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember my mom used to sell Avon door to door.
Yeah.
Okay. And she had a stroller that me and my little brother used to be in together.
Right.
So a couple of times she didn't take us to school. She would just say, just come with us. She didn't speak no English. Okay. But I knew English, you know. We weren't allowed to speak English at home, just Spanish. Okay.
Right.
And I remember this one white lady. I don't know how the argument started, but my mom was a very, very dark woman. Okay.
Right.
And it's funny because sometimes even some of my black friends would come over and my mom would be even darker than them, you know. And I remember this one white woman, this stuck with me, told my mother, "Why don't you get out of here, you black bitch?"
Oh, damn.
That's what she told my mother.
Wow.
You know, and I remember that. I don't remember what my mother's response was, but we had left. But that always stuck with me.
Yeah.
You know, and it always fucking bothered me.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. I want to make a difference, and I want to shine light on our people, and I believe it's time.
Yeah.
And if I can do it just with a podcast and allow us to have a voice and speak,
Yeah.
you know, we have to have a voice, man.
Yeah.
You know, the sad thing is this, and this is a very sensitive topic, is that many of us don't have a voice because we're here illegally.
Right.
You know, and that hurts to even say that, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And that's why a lot of us don't speak up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
May this gentleman rest in peace that couldn't breathe, and this cop had his knee over his fucking neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. Okay.
Yeah.
But Latinos here in LA have suffered so much fucking police brutality.
We've been through it all, bro.
And have never ever fucking made the fucking news.
Yeah.
Because it was just another fucking wetback dead.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have never come together and protested.
We need to be more active like that, man. You know, including myself. We need to be more active like that, like back there, like they were in the 60s and the 70s, bro. Like I said, I was out there with my parents, man, and I saw it all, man. I saw people getting their asses whooped. I saw people flipping us off and, you know, telling us to go back to Mexico. I was born here, man. Yeah. My family's been here. My family owned half of Texas at one time, puto. So, but the thing is, and you know what, like I say, man, I don't, you know, in the whole outlook, we're all Americans, bro.
Yeah.
And this is what we got. This is our country. You know what I mean? And I can't sit here and say, "Well, I got hate for those motherfuckers."
Right.
No, because there's a lot of good people out there, different colors.
Yeah.
But we need to speak up for ourselves more. Yes, and there's a lot of people doing it, but we need more to back those people up. If not, whatever. Like say for instance, you know, somebody comes up and they're going to have a rally. We need to get out there, man, and support. Like my Brown Berets, my girl Connie Gonzalez, man. Yeah. She's out there and she's a bomba, man.
Yeah.
And she's out there and she's marching with the Brown Berets, and they're still out there kicking ass, man.
Yeah, the Brown Berets have been around for a fucking
We got
long
to
time.
back them up, man. We got to back them up because they're speaking up for us.
Absolutely.
They're speaking up for the Azteca.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Well, you know what? Thank you for all that, man. And I can keep going on and on and on. But let me say that I believe that it's time because if we don't take a stand now, bro, we never will.
That's right.
You know, so we have to take a stand now. And it isn't so much against people, but it's against, you know what, we have a voice.
Exactly.
You know, we have a voice and let us use it. A lot of times we just stood quiet, timid, humble, and, you know, fuck it, we looked the other way.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can go out there all you want. You can go out there all you want and show all your guns and everything. You don't know what we got, man. Yeah. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. But I know some fools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got some shit. But they ain't gonna show it like some fucking little leva. They're gonna wait until you come and fuck with us. We don't want to go there. We need to work it like Cesar Chavez did. With this.
Absolutely.
With this. Not shooting people up. No. With the mente, man. With mind power, man.
Absolutely.
With the intelligence. That's how we got to do it.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I'm putting together, me and my boy John, this is my team. These three guys.
I like these guys. You guys are good, man. Thank you.
And we're putting together a documentary that it's going to shine light on our people.
Yeah.
Chicano rap documentary. That's not the name of it, but that's pretty much what, as of right now, what we're calling it.
Yeah.
We started the GoFundMe page, and we're asking people to help support us. Okay. Yeah. Check this out. All we're asking is for like $15,000 to buy new cameras, new laptop, lights, audio equipment, or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, I have 18,000 subscribers. Okay. Right. And to a lot of people, that's nothing. Okay. There's people that have 1 million subscribers. Okay. Mm-hmm. If 15,000 of them just gave $1,
you'd be covered, bro.
Yeah, we'll be covered.
Yeah.
But you know what? Our own Raza, sometimes our own worst enemy, they'll go on YouTube and start talking shit.
Yeah.
You know, and if we continue, we will never get anywhere. And the only people we'll have to blame is ourselves.
Exactly.
So we'll leave that there. But I want to shine light on our people, and we're going to make several episodes of it because it's impossible to cover all of it in just one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this now live that I want to feature you in it, and we talked during the break.
Yeah.
That I want you to be on the music.
Yeah, I'm down, man.
So you're going to be hearing the voice of Rich G.
Yes, sir.
On the Chicano rap documentary. So
that's right.
Other than that, any shout out you want to give?
Don't get me started.
Yeah. Any
to Ray and Cece now. Of course.
Any dedications? Any complaints? Anything?
I want to shout out first of all I want to say hi. I want to shout out my mom and dad. No, my dad, Richard Garcia. I love you, Pop. My mom, Maria Rodriguez, always had my back. My familia, my kids. I love you, Caesar, Jessica, Alvin, Richard. Love you guys, man. Ray, my grandson, love you. The homie Chente Loco, Chino, 13 boys, all the East Town people, man. All my Brownsiders, man. All my Brownsiders, baby. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much. Evelyn G, thank you. Mama Tokes, Little Tokes, thank you so much, man. Big Toker, love you, man. Thank you, brother. Rest in G heaven, dog. We're gonna keep doing this, brother, in your name, man. My boy Tony G, who I wouldn't have a career without him, man. Love you, Tony. My Midnight, did I say my Midnight Cruiser family?
Keep going.
Midnight Cruiser family, man. Love you guys. Burrito Circuit. I know my boy Big Manny, rest in peace. Don't like to say this, but all my peeps in the Burrito Circuit, I love you guys, man. Midnight Cruisers, people that back up the Midnight Cruisers, love you guys, man. All you guys, that's it, man. I mean, there's more, and if I forgot you, I apologize.
You'll get them on the next one.
I'll get you on the next one. That's right. We'll be back.
Shout out Beans and Rice.
Beans and rice, man. If it wasn't for beans and rice, man, we'd be like little lumps on the ground, homie.
Exactly. That's why.
Then Tony A, man, thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Rodium Radio, thank you,
humbled, brother.
And the homies that making things happen back behind the scenes. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. So now I'm gonna give my shout outs. Okay.
All right.
Let me go ahead and give a shout out to John motherfucking Elkins, aka Milkweed.
There you go.
Okay. Aka Miklo. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a shout out. He's got a dating website right now and an escorting service. His anal bleach will be out soon.
Ooh.
Okay. He's got a love potion that all you got to do is just sprinkle just a little bit on your hand, rub it all over yourself, and you'll find love in all the wrong places.
So it's not number 9 then, it's number 10.
No, it's not number 9. It's number 10. Okay. And then he has women nail polish as well. Stripper body spray and stripper glitter.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he also waxes.
Well, but that glitter, is there any way you could get it where before you go home it falls off you?
That's a tough one. We're working on that. We're working on that because we don't want to get in trouble by the old lady.
That's
you know
the thing, dog. That
Nah, I
glitter.
mean. So,
Yeah.
And also, let me go ahead and give a shout out to my boy DG Media Clips.
DG's making it happen.
Yeah,
though.
he's making it happen with the camera. He's good with the click with the click. Okay.
And no, never mind.
And my son, B Scanless Bastard, he's the one that helps me promote all this.
I met him right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir. And my brother,
he's a cool young
Ruben
man.
Spice Smuggler. You can reach him on Spice Smuggler on Instagram.
Yes,
he
yes.
sells refurbished dick pumps.
Oh, all right.
Dick pumps. So if you're quarantined up,
Clean them good, man. Do you clean them good?
He cleaned up pretty good. All you did was just take wipes, and yeah, he cleaned up pretty good. So if you wanna he's your man. Hit him up. Spice Smuggler on Instagram. And other than that, I just want to thank me really quick. And Salvi Mami for the shirt. Los Angeles, thank you very much.
I want one of those, man.
Yes. I'm going to hook you up.
Yes.
Salvi Mami, got to hook up my
Could I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
Since we're in Wilmas here, man, my Wilmera, Danielle, she's going through some tough times. Noah, Kayla, much love to you guys, man. Your mom's out there. She's taking care of biz. She's doing what she's got to do. Strength and love to you, mija. Danielle, you're going to do this, girl. You got this.
Absolutely. You got this. And your book buddy.
Hey, there it is.
Just pull out a book. You could tune into Coco Melon and sing Baby Shark to him.
Hey, let me hear it again, Doc.
He's a great listener.
What?
So the next six
like
people that donate to the GoFundMe will receive this doll along with a CD. Operators are waiting. So other than that, once again, Rich G in the motherfucking place to be.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And let me tell you something. This will not be the last time you guys see him. Okay? So stay tuned. We'll be back Sunday. And let me tell you something. Sunday, I got a dope producer. And I got a industry executive that's got stories for days. You do not want to miss this one. I guarantee you, you do not want to miss this one. Shout out to my boy. He knows who he is. See you guys Sunday. Rich G, muchas gracias, hermano.
Gracias, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank
My
you
honor.
for coming.
Big
Yes, sir.
honor, man.
And we will see you Sunday. Now get your ass out of here.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. Grab a seat on my meat with Tony A.